Of the sense where the Finance Act axe is coming down fast and fully this January, with the majority of the contentious tax measures passed mid-last year being implemented. But to ensure every last penny projected is raked in by the tax collector, is the electronic tax invoice management system set to take full effect this month as well, requiring businesses to either comply or cease operation. Our reporter Hibak Said took a deep dive into this ultimatum posed by the tax collector and brings you the following report.
Merely a week after releasing the 2023-2024 budget, the Finance Act caused quite a hubbub. In the push and pull that ensued after, with the government justifying the tax increases on changing economic times and a step towards the quest of self-sustenance and easing the debt burden. What many Kenyans might not realize is the Finance Act was being implemented in 3 phases, the very last one coming to action this month.
And now in January, 1st January, there are also some taxes that are supposed to come in. Now, the good thing about January is that the most important issue that is coming in is the issue of compliance. How the small businesses, the landlords should comply with the taxes that are supposed to be there. And if you look at what is happening is that now they are coming up with stringent measures of how businesses are supposed to pay their taxes.
According to Dr. David Kabata, an economist, a good portion of the tax cuts aimed at the essential sectors, such as manufacturing and agriculture, comes into effect by the end of this month. However, this does not necessarily reflect on revenue use.
Those of Kenyans who think that 2024 will be an easy year, economically it is not going to be an easy year unless we solve 2 problems that I've been talking about. The problem of the debt and the problem of the currency. As long as we have the currency depreciation and also the problem of the debt, things are not going to shape up as quickly as people think.
This as the Kenya Revenue Authority effects the requirement for businesses to submit electronic invoices and purchases through ATMs, failure to which businesses will have to cease all operations.
When it comes to netting in the informal sector, a lot of businesses in Kenya are informal. ATMs is largely, it's electronic, there's a lot of technology involved. How are you involving this demographic?
What we're doing is, first of all, identifying the focus groups through the channels or the supply chain based, so to speak, so that in the course of December and now going forward, we're actually having a lot of conversations with various entities, for example, the manufacturing entities, the exporters, just identifying who are these that they're dealing with that perhaps might be having challenges in onboarding.
We know that there are people who have not been paying taxes. And I think the government is trying to bring into those people to the taxing bracket. Now, the problem with technology, and that is what I keep telling people, is in usage of that technology. It is not in adoption or implementation of that technology. The question is, have you prepared people enough to utilize that technology or to use that technology?
As far as the growth of the economy is concerned, increasing revenue collection has very little to do with the purchasing power of the local mwananchi, unless and until the spending reflects on development projects. Hibak Said for TV 47.